This is your one and only Firespark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Ark Mods Weekly. I got some amazing mods for you this week, so let's get to it. The first mod we are taking a look at today is called Transformounts, and it is a bunch of dinos that spawn. You can see I got a bunch of them lined up here. All these guys here, they spawn in the wild. They are super rare, and they transform into different stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's take a look at each of them and what they transform into and all that good stuff. So the first one we have here is the Terramimus. Yeah, that's it. I'm horrible at pronouncing names, just in case you didn't know. So you got this little guy here. It's a Gallimimus. You think, oh, that's awesome. Look at him. He's awesome. He's just doing Gallimimus things, and then bam! Look at that. You're a Pteranodon. How freaking awesome is that? So they transform by hitting Q. They are extremely rare spawns. They will spawn on aberration, so like the dinos that have aberrant versions will spawn, but they're extremely rare. They're also, I mean, they're going to be even more rare on Scorched Earth and Aberration than they are on the Island and Ragnarok. They are extremely rare on the Island and Ragnarok, according to the mod author. But yeah, so you're like flying around, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna land now. Land, and then you just like turn into a Gallimimus and run around. Absolutely fantastic mod. All right, so that's the Galley. Next up, we have this guy here, the Quetzio, and we got the Quetzal. You know, we're gonna have to go out here over the water for this one because he transforms into a water mount. So we're gonna fly out here over the water and wait for it. Now. now we're a pleasy, and we're doing oh, it was a hard hit, and we're doing pleasy things in the pleasy water, and for some reason this pleasy is being janky. Are we in too shallow of water? Might be too shallow. Come on, pleasy, get up out of it. Can you swim? Pleasy can't do it. Oh, that's okay. We're back in the Quetzal form. And if you notice up in the top right hand corner, there is a countdown. So you can't keep just switching like crazy. You have to wait for the countdown. Let's try it again. Let's try it right here. Is it gonna work this time? Maybe we should stand on him so it doesn't take any fall damage. There we go. So yeah, we're doing some pleasy things here. And for some reason, he's being janky. I'm not sure why he's being janky. Maybe he just doesn't like the water. It looks like it's deep enough, but it may not be. All right, let's transform back into the Quetzal. Next up, we have the Angle Wolf, and it's a wolf, and you run around doing wolf things, and bam! Now all of a sudden you're an anglerfish. And if you notice, when you transform into the fish versions of these guys, even if they're on land, they don't take damage. Like normally, if this was an angler on land, he would take massive amounts of damage and die really quick. But you can see that that's not happening right now with these mounts. They're completely different. I love when we jump and we're like a fish out of water, because we are a fish out of water. The angler's like, I don't know what's going on, but then we can just transform back into the wolf with a quick tap of the Q button there. So that's that one. All right, on to the next one here. Now we have the Raptor Cat, and it's a raptor. Now it's a cat. And then the only thing I don't like is the cooldown. I wish I could it seems too long. I mean, I get it. It'd be OP if they didn't do it, but I wish I could just bounce back and forth between them constantly. Like, raptor cat, raptor cat, raptor cat, raptor cat. But no, you can't do that. And then we have the bear here. Let's get him out of here so you can see his name. This is the bear shark. And I guess you already know what it's going to be. He transformed into a shark. Once again, we're out of water, not taking any damage. It's not a big deal to be out of water with these guys. It's the first and only time you're ever going to see a shark setting on land like this. So, yeah. All right, back to a bear. Look at that. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, next up, I love this mod. This mod is so fantastic. We have the Thylostego, and of course, you can tell by its name, he seems really fast to me. Look at him getting it. He's getting it. He's a fast Thylo. But then we transform into the Stego, and we're like, super slow. Like some of these combinations I question a little bit. Like I don't know why you would want to go into a stego from a thylo, but you know, you might want to. I don't know, to each his own. Okay, let's go over here and take a look at the next one. We have the Anklevis. Now this one makes sense to me. So you have your Anki. Yep, that's great. It's an Anki. Now it's an RG. How fantastic is that? You know, fly around, you can get your metal. You go, oh look, I need to fly over here to this metal node. Pretend this is a metal node. You fly over to your metal node, you land, you transform into the Anki. You don't jump off of him, you stay on him, and you mine up your metal. Okay, great, we got our metal. All right, time to fly back to base now. Bam, there we go. All right, now let's just fly back to base. How fantastic. I mean, if you don't get the mod for anything else, you gotta get it for this one. That's fantastic right there, and I keep hitting the wrong button, but that's fine. He landed where he needed to land. Next up, we have the Tapo Bufo, and it's a tappy. And it's a beefy buffalo, nope, hold on, wrong button. I keep hitting E, don't ask me why. So yeah, you got your tappy, and then you got your frog, tappy frog. And next up we have the Dunkley Golem, and this is another fish version. Of course, I'm sure you know which one it is. So you're a golem, you're running around, you're doing golem things. Next thing you know, for some reason you want to be a donkey, and I don't know why you would want to be a donkey, but you know, when you're a golem, but maybe you just had enough of your golem life and you've decided that you want to be a fish, so you just do that. But yeah, so that's that one. Now we have two special ones here. So I was playing around with this guy a little bit. This guy normally looks like the Bionic Rex. This is the Robosaur. And the Robosaur transforms between random, I guess it's all the ones that have the robot skin. So you just hit Q and you transform into the next one. He's got a much longer cooldown. Notice his cooldown's 30 seconds. So here we are. And it's completely random. You can't control which one you want to morph to. You just hit Q and hope that you get the one you want, which kind of sucks a little bit, but you know, I mean, you have a dino that can morph into other dinos. You can't have it all. You just can't. Oh, and by the way, look, this golem laid a rock egg. Look at that rock egg. We'll get into more of that here in a second. Anyway, so you know, you're doing your thing and you just hit Q again. Oh look, we're right back to where we were. So yeah, it's completely random. You have no control over what your Biosaur, or what was his name again? Robosaur. Keep thinking bionic. You have no control over what your Robosaur is going to be. And last but not least, we have the Metamorphosaur, and this guy is really interesting the way he works here. Hold on, apparently I can't, I have too much weight for this guy to be able to handle here, so let me throw some of that off. Okay, so this guy's a little unique, as I was saying, in the way that he works. He can only morph when he's being attacked by something, and he morphs into whatever is attacking him. One thing I did notice is I seem to get thrown off of him an awful lot when I morph, so that's something to keep in mind, but you can morph into anything that attacks you. So if we bite this guy in the butt, we wait for him to turn around, and Q, look, now we're a turtle. And you can see it threw me off. But another thing, it breaks aggro. Notice how it broke aggro? We're not the same dino anymore, so he doesn't want to have anything to do with us. But now we're an extremely slow turtle, but that's fine because we can hit Q just to morph right back. And we're back on our raptor. And I've tested it out with a bunch of stuff. I haven't had any problems with aberrant versions or anything like that. It seems to be... I ran into one issue where I couldn't morph back when I morphed into Paraceratherium, and shoot that guy. And anyway, so I couldn't morph back when I turned into him, but other than that, I morphed back by just getting hit by something else and morphed into something else, and then I had no problems. But yeah, other than that, like, I haven't had any issues. We'll do it here. These guys aren't going to work because they're already raptors, so let's shoot them, and I'll warp into the scorpion and show you this scorpion here. All right, here we go. So we're going to get hit by this scorpion. And then, like, you can run after the fact. So now we're just going to run away from this guy while we're fast. And bam, there we go. Now we're the scorpion, and we can continue on our, running spree. One other thing that I did notice is it keeps its stats. Whatever stats it has no matter what you transform into. If you transform into like a T-Rex, you're still gonna have this, you know, what was it, 1,000 health, and here we go. Yeah, just over 1,000 health, you know, 480 stamina, all that good stuff. So you're still going to have those stats no matter what form you're in, but it just gives you the ability to gain the abilities of whatever is attacking you. So, you know, if you're getting torpored, you then have the torpor ability, so on and so on and so on. So that's pretty neat. The one thing I don't like about it is how this one kicks you off every time. If you notice the other ones, they didn't kick you off, but this guy kicks you off every time. Also, you will notice that they are breedable. You can see these two right here are breeding. They are both raptor cats. See that? Raptor cat, raptor cat. So you can breed them, but they have to be in the same form in order to breed. So if I had one of these in cat form and the other one in raptor form, they would not breed. A little touch on the stats here. They have the best stats of each thing that they are. So it has the best stats of the raptor and the saber tooth, whichever their top stats are, or what is, so like if for example, if the raptor has better stamina, then this thing is going to have better stamina. If the cat has better health than the raptor, then it's going to have the cat's health. So that's the way they did that. Also, they can transform when they're in the wild, and they're in their wild version, and they are tamed. However, what they currently are is tamed. For example, you knock the raptor out, so you're going to knock this guy out and tame it just as the same. All right, so that's about it for that mod. Let's take a look at the next one. The next mod we are taking a look at is called Osmium. We go into our engrams here and we type in OS, and it is right here. It's going to cost you 1 metal and 1 polymer to make one of these, and essentially what you do is you just put them on whatever you want to not move, like they're on this guy here, and this one, there's one on this guy here while they are breeding, and wandering is enabled. But you can see that they are stuck and unable to move, even though that they are set to wander. And you can see here, if we go into behavior, they are indeed set to wandering. I'm gonna pick up this egg real quick here. And so yeah, it essentially allows you to keep dinos that need to be wandering from wandering without having them, you know, attached to a hitching post or anything like that. You just put this in their inventory, and then they are stuck, can't do anything. You can see I can't, even though I'm on it, I still can't move. I can jump, but I can't move in any other direction. And then we can just pull the osmium off of there, and you can see now he's wandering, and if I get on him, I can move again. So that's pretty much all there is to that mod. Just a quick little easy mod, but it was one of those really handy ones, so I figured I would show it off. All right, on to the next mod. The next mod we are taking a look at is called the Ammo Factory. It's this bad boy right here. We're gonna go into our engrams. We're going to type in ammo. Right here it is. Going to cost you 0 engrams to learn it. Going to cost you 100 cementing paste, 500 metal, 70 oil, and 90 polymer. Once you have all that, you craft it, you set it down, make sure it's powered. You can see we're hooked up to the power here. And if we take a look at the inventory here, I got a bunch of metal in here. We're going to turn it on, and it just starts turning all of that metal into many different kinds of ammo. And that's it. That's all there is to it. It's essentially designed to take the grind out of grinding for ammo when you just want to get out and have fun and not have to worry about, you know, dealing with a bunch of ammo, crafting it up, because it is a pain in the butt to craft up all these different ammos. And on a non-PvP server, this isn't really that OP. On a PvP server, you wouldn't want this because that's crazy OP, and even the mod author states that it is an OP mod, but it's meant to be. It's meant to do exactly what it does. Take the grind out of farming for ammo, give you lots of ammo to expend, so you can just get out there and have fun and play the game and not worry about, essentially you're going to farm metal anyway for 100,000 other things, so you're going to have a ton of metal. You just stick your metal in here. You don't have to do all the spark powder and all the other shenanigans. You just stick your metal in here and turn it on, and you can see it just makes ammo like crazy for you, and then we can just turn it off when we got enough, and yeah, we're good to go. And that's all there is to that one too. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give a big thank you to my Patreon supporters for making this episode possible. You all are absolutely amazing. If you would like to help support this channel through Patreon, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.